Greetings, everyone, and welcome to the Midweek War! I'm Mad Mike. Y'all know who I am, and with me, as always, is the one and only Sorgatron. How are you, sir?
I'm all ready to get flippy and flying with 205 Live.
Woo! The Purple Show. I don't know. We need a better name for 205 Live. But anyway.
Like in general, like for 205 Live, it needs a better show.
Yeah, like it needs a nickname. Like you got the A Show, you got the Blue Brand, you got. All right, NXT doesn't have one either, but still, it's got to have something. I don't know. All right, so anyway, Sorg, what is your word for 205 Live this week?
My word for 205 Live is stuff. Stuff happened.
Wow. Okay. My word for this week is no.
No?
No.
No means no?
No. I mean, yes. Yes, no does mean no. Just keeping that out there. But my word is no. And I'll explain why.
Okay.
All right. So Sorg, what was your good this week for 205 Live?
My good was Gran Metalik. Good to see him out there.
Yeah, Gran Metalik. It seems like we're finally getting a full roster for 205 Live.
Yeah, they were easing us into it. Maybe there were, who knows? Maybe there were other things such as contracts with other promotions in other countries and such they had to get through to get certain people up. Or maybe they just want to sprinkle them in. They didn't want to just drop the entire tournament lineup on a show, and it's too deep.
So you're saying that 205 Live is a grower, not a shower?
It's a grower, then a shower.
Okay. All right. I'll accept that. And okay, yeah. All right. So my good for this week is the only best story progression we got with the Brian Kendrick and Akira Tozawa scene backstage. And that's where my word comes in. Like, Brian Kendrick is trying to talk up Akira Tozawa, say, "Hey, you can be my my young boy, my protege." And Akira Tozawa's like, "No, I don't like you." He just walks away.
I like this. Like I like it because like Brian is so like out of his head, and like I love that he's gone from the this is my last chance to I got my chance and now I'm hot shit. Well, kind of thing.
I wouldn't be surprised if Brian Kendrick is legitimately taking things that happened to him when he first came to WWF.
So he's being the bad influences.
He's being Bradshaw.
Oh, that's great.
I'm convinced. I'm absolutely convinced. Like he was talking about like hazing rookies and stuff like that. Like I am flat out convinced that everything Brian Kendrick says to the young guys in 205 Live has happened to him in some form or fashion backstage. I'm entirely convinced of that, and it's amazing. I love it. I love it so much. All right, so Sorg, not every show is perfect. We know this. What's your bad this week?
I don't know what it was. So can I just have a general blah as my bad? I don't know. It's just because of the mindset I was in when I was watching this show. I just there's great action in the ring. There just wasn't a lot going on. Like it felt like a filler show.
Yeah. Unfortunately, I think we're gonna have a lot of these before WrestleMania. But right now, like there's no real secondary feud. I think that's the problem because like 205 Live for its entire existence, we've had 2 or 3 feuds on the same show. There's always been a title feud and then the 2 lower card feuds like the Noam Dar, Cedric Alexander stuff, the Arya Daivari, Jack Gallagher stuff. Like there's always been something else. Like we got a little bit with Brian Kendrick, but other than that, like there's not much going on. Yep. My bad this week. It's gonna go with Jack Gallagher, believe it or not.
Okay.
Yeah. Post-match attacks, not very gentlemanly.
No, absolutely not.
Yeah, completely out of character for him. I did not like it. If he just came out and pointed the umbrella, would have been totally fine. Would have accomplished the same exact thing.
So it's really fallen into. There's a lot of come out after your match kind of stuff going on here, with the cruiserweight division. We need to do a little bit more to make us kind of care about a title hunt feud. Like they're treating it not even like they used to the Intercontinental and the U.S. titles when we didn't care about them, right?
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know. I maybe creative's a little stretched out after some of the great things that we've seen over the last few months.
Well, I mean, I get that this isn't his WrestleMania feud, so they haven't amped it up yet. And I
No.
have a feeling we still have one more card to play before we get to anything resembling a WrestleMania feud. And
No.
that card is Austin Aries.
This many weeks out, I think what you're going to end up having is there's going to be a couple high profile, maybe title defenses between now and WrestleMania, because they don't have another pay per view to go. Wait, they do.
Yeah, there's Fastlane.
Oh, they do have Fastlane. Oh,
Yeah,
never mind.
Fastlane's in 2 weeks.
I get confused because it's connected with SmackDown in my head because it's on Tuesdays and they preview it, have people on the show to preview it. I don't know. Okay. Anyways, but yeah, but you're right. You're right. We're just going around to you're right, Mike.
Yes. Finally.
And here we go.
No, I'm just kidding. But Sorg, is there anything you would have changed from 205 Live this week?
I would have changed. Geez. Wait, is this the one? Wait, help me out, because I might be confusing with Raw, because that's another thing that's happening to me this week. Was there something? Was there interaction with Alicia Fox at the beginning of this one?
Alicia Fox.
Yeah, Rich Swann. Rich Swann made a pass at Alicia Fox.
Well, no. Rich Swann dedicated the match to Alicia Fox because it was on Valentine's Day.
Yeah.
But then he said, "You can't handle this." So it's kind of like it's negging, basically.
Negging.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. And that's what I hear usually works with the ladies.
No, it doesn't.
And applied science. No, it doesn't. From Mad Mike.
I'm a scientist. I can categorically say that does not work unless you are working with a better base model.
I have run experiments on this concept, and maybe it worked for Alicia Fox, but
yeah, but Sorg, don't stick your dick in crazy. That just doesn't work. It doesn't work out for anyone.
Man, if only I got that advice in high school. But anyways.
This turned into a really fun show. So
weren't we talking about wrestling?
Aren't we still? Aren't we still?
Well, yeah, kind of.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, all right. Kinda. So anyway, my change this week. I would have had Neville take a loss.
Really?
Yeah. I normally don't advocate distraction victories. I think Neville. I think it would behoove Neville to take one because TJ Perkins has lost a lot of luster, and he could have used it. It could have actually built some heat between Neville and Gallagher, which I don't think they have right now. And I'm surprised Jack Gallagher hasn't brought up the fact that he was in the Royal Rumble and Neville wasn't.
Yeah, that hasn't gotten brought up at all
because
since they came back.
Neville's whole story is being overlooked. His entire bit is being overlooked. And Jack Gallagher can say, well, you were busy, winning the championship. I was in the Royal Rumble. Like, boom, right there. That's all the story you need. You can run with that from there. Like, that's it. But, I don't know. All right. So, Sorg, was there anything else from 205 Live that we need to talk about? I think we pretty much hit it.
Yeah, that's it. There's not much to this episode this week, as we said. It's great that we have this playground for cruiserweights. Great that we're getting a little bit of Gran Metalik. I think it's really, man, there's such good talent there, and they've been so good. You're just gonna have an off week in comparison.
Yeah. All right. That was pretty much it for me too. But so Sorg, where can the good people of the internet find you?
Let's go to sorgatronmedia.com. That's where you can link to all the sites and projects that we're working on here and some of our companies. And WrestlingMayhemShow.com. A lot of great stuff, and I'm around that as well, apparently. Ha! So, and also thanks to patreon.com/wrestling mayhem show. Support all the shows that we're doing here in indiewrestling.us, our friends over there.
And especially Patreon in the Bank is coming up soon for Mayhem Mania.
Oh yeah, Mayhem Mania is getting hot.
So Sorg, expect a donation from me in the coming weeks. Because I want to be in Patreon in the Bank because I was in it last year. And oh man, you get to do a lot of fun stuff. All right. You can find me at MadMike4883 on the Twitter machine. When I live tweet, hit up the hashtag MM. And I may or may not have a secret project for Sorgatron Media coming out relatively soon. Not prepared to announce it yet, but close. We're close, Sorg. All right. So for Sorgatron, I'm Mad Mike, and we'll catch you next week on the Midweek War.